Throughout much of his early career, Jim Carrey achieved immense success as a comedian and actor, known for his zany humor and larger-than-life characters in films. However, behind his comedic facade, Carrey grappled with inner turmoil and a sense of emptiness. In the midst of his fame and fortune, Carrey experienced a period of existential crisis, questioning the meaning of life and the nature of happiness. He realized that his relentless pursuit of external validation and material success had left him feeling unfulfilled and disconnected from his true self. This existential crisis led Carrey on a journey of self-discovery and spiritual exploration. One pivotal moment in Carrey's journey occurred during the filming of Man on the Moon, a biopic about the comedian Andy Kaufman, whom Carrey portrayed. Carrey became so deeply immersed in the role that he experienced a profound shift in consciousness, blurring the lines between his own identity and that of the character he was portraying. This experience opened Carrey up to the realization that the egoic sense of self is an illusion. He experienced what is called a spiritual awakening. Jim Carrey's journey, marked by existential questioning, mirrors a common struggle shared by countless individuals. However, for many, this journey towards understanding often starts with just a simple quest. For instance, have you ever felt this deep sense of curiosity about life? Maybe you've wondered if there's more to the world than what we see and experience every day. This feeling of wanting to know more is like a seed being planted inside you, and when it starts to grow, it can lead you on the journey called spiritual awakening. Now, this awakening can be exciting, but also a little confusing. It's like stepping into a new world with lots of questions. What exactly is this awakening? What's the ultimate goal? Like the finish line in a race? In this video, we will help you understand what spiritual awakening is all about and what your role is in this whole thing. So, what exactly is the endgame in this journey of awakening? And how much responsibility lies upon us to awaken? Let's dive into the heart of these questions. Understanding our place in the cosmos is crucial to gaining clarity about our purpose. When we grasp our position, we can better comprehend our role in the universe. Picture us as the boots on the ground, representing units of our higher self. Yes, even our higher self has a higher aspect known as the oversoul. This oversoul encompasses our higher self and guides us through our journey. As souls journeying through the third dimension, we experience a sense of separation from our reality due to the slow vibrational frequency of light. This dimension thrives on fragmentation and separation, making it challenging for us to fully embody the essence of our higher self. However, as we awaken and heighten our awareness, we open ourselves to receiving more of our higher self's essence. The essence of a spiritual awakening is to expand our consciousness to the point where we can merge with our higher self. It's about bridging the gap between soul and spirit. Imagine it as a journey towards unity, where we align our consciousness with the vastness of our higher self's essence. In simpler terms, a spiritual awakening enables us to embrace more of our higher self's essence that transcends the limitations of the third dimension. But how do we navigate this journey of expansion? It starts with acknowledging that awakening is a continuous process of growth and evolution. We must be willing to embark on the path of self-discovery and inner exploration. This journey demands courage, resilience, and a willingness to confront our deepest fears and insecurities. As we journey deeper into awakening, we begin to shed layers of conditioning and programming that have kept us tethered to the illusions of the third dimension. We liberate ourselves from the constraints of limited thinking and embrace the infinite possibilities that await us. At its core, the end game of spiritual awakening is liberation. Liberation from the shackles of ego, fear, and separation. It's about reclaiming our inherent power and sovereignty as divine beings. Through awakening, we remember our true essence and reconnect with the divine source from which we originated. We are like individual pieces of a bigger puzzle, which we call the oversoul. Imagine it like this. The Oversoul is the big picture, and we are like tiny pieces of it. Each of us is a unique expression of consciousness, kind of like different colored boots on the ground. This means we're the physical part of the Oversoul, experiencing life in this world. Above us is something called the higher self. Think of it as a more multi-dimensional version of ourselves. It's like our personal guidebook, storing all our experiences and memories, sort of like a library just for us. So if you think about it, our higher self holds the record of our entire journey through life. Now let's talk about the Oversoul. It's like the big boss, overseeing everything. It's made up of all these individual souls, including ours. So the hierarchy goes like this: Oversoul, higher self, and then us, the individual souls. Here's the cool part. Everyone has their own higher self with their own personal library of experiences. So, just like you have your own storybook of life, so does everyone else. As we awaken and start to expand our consciousness, we realize that we're more than just our physical bodies and our names. We begin to question how much more there is to learn and grow, and hey, what happens when we're done with this life and move on to the next one? So it's all about expanding our consciousness and becoming more aware of our reality. It's all about integration, bringing together the different aspects of ourselves to become our best selves. Imagine you're like a magnet, pulling in all these pieces of your own consciousness. As we do the work to heal and grow emotionally, we're like that magnet, drawing in everything that will help us become our higher selves. And guess what? The universe has our backs. It brings us exactly what we need, right when we need it. Think of your higher self as the best version of you, full of wisdom and potential. It's not some separate entity trying to take over. It's who you're striving to be. When we're ready to embrace our higher selves, it's a sign of self-love and growth. But hey, if you're not feeling it, that's okay too. You're not alone on this journey, and you don't have to force anything that doesn't feel right. Now let's talk about alignment. When we're in sync with our higher selves, there's no more inner conflict. Our willpower and our higher self's willpower are on the same page, working together towards our evolution and growth. It's not about giving up control, it's about finding harmony within ourselves. So why does this matter? Well, embracing our higher selves isn't just about personal growth, it's about contributing to the greater good. When we align with our higher selves, we become agents of positive change in the world around us. It's like unlocking our true potential and spreading that positive energy wherever we go. But here's the most important part. It's not always easy. Awakening to our higher selves can be a bumpy ride. We might face doubts, fears, and resistance along the way. That's okay. It's all part of the journey. The key is to stay true to ourselves and keep moving forward one step at a time. So where does that leave us in our quest to embody our higher selves? Well, it's all about alignment. When our desires and intentions align with the higher self's intentions, that's when the magic happens. It's not about being used, it's about coming into harmony with the greater flow of the universe. Now let's talk about the endgame. What's the ultimate goal of this spiritual awakening journey? It's different for everyone, depending on what serves the higher self's intentions best. Some souls will continue on the path of human evolution, transitioning to the fifth density, New Earth timeline. Others may shift their focus away from Earth's ascension altogether, seeking experiences that will help their higher selves integrate back into the Oversoul. But here's the kicker. In order to reach these higher states of consciousness, we need to let go of separation consciousness. This idea that we're separate from each other, from the world around us, it's what fuels conflict and suffering. Embracing our higher selves means recognizing our interconnectedness with all beings and the universe itself. Imagine a world where conflicts dissolve into synchronicities, where every action is guided by a deep understanding of our interconnectedness. That's the world our higher selves are calling us to create. And it starts with each of us, right here, right now. So how do we embody our higher selves and step into this higher level of consciousness? It begins with a shift in perception. We must see ourselves not as separate individuals, but as integral parts of a larger whole. We are the world, and the world is us. But it's not just about awareness, it's about action too. We must take responsibility for our thoughts, words, and actions, knowing that they ripple out into the world and affect everything around us. By embodying love, compassion, and unity, we can create a ripple effect of positive change that spans the globe. So let's embrace this journey of awakening with open hearts and open minds. Let's release the illusion of separation and step into the truth of our interconnectedness. Our higher selves are calling us home, and together we can create a world filled with love, harmony, and peace. Now, everyone's journey is unique, right? We each have our own ways of healing and growing. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. But here's the thing, as we do this inner work, we become like magnets, drawing in all the different parts of ourselves that need attention and love. These parts might be aspects of ourselves that we're not even aware of yet, but they're calling out to us, seeking the light of our awareness and love. Think of it like this. Imagine there are these parts of ourselves, let's call them the doom imprint, that are trying to reconnect with us. They're craving our attention and care. And as we work on integrating these parts, we're essentially aligning ourselves with our higher selves, becoming the embodiment of our best selves. Now, when it comes to manifesting, it's not just about attracting what we want. Our higher selves are like powerful magnets, pulling in the experiences and lessons that will help us grow and evolve. So even if something we manifest isn't in line with our higher intentions, it might not stick around because our higher selves are pulling in something better, suited for our growth. And here's where it gets really interesting. The physical reality, the earth element, is where embodiment happens. We're like alchemists, turning our spiritual growth into tangible reality. It's all about crystallizing that higher consciousness and bringing it into physical form. But here's the thing about integration, it's an ongoing process. We don't have to stress about whether we're doing it right or not. The true sign of integration is letting go of that anxiety and fear and just trusting the process. It's about finding balance between our humanity and our divinity, not ignoring one in favor of the other. They've given us all the tools we need to succeed, energetically magnetizing resources to help us along. But here's the beauty of it. While we have our leg of the race to run, we're not responsible for the entire journey. We're interconnected and interdependent, meaning we play our part, but we're also supported by the larger whole. Now picture handing off that baton to our higher self. We've done our part, setting them up for success with a clean head start. From there, they take over, guiding us through the next stages of growth and evolution. It's a seamless transition, and we can let go, surrendering to the flow of the universe. Surrender isn't about giving up control, it's about trusting in the process and allowing grace to lead the way. When we surrender, we open ourselves up to optimal health and well-being, recognizing our interconnectedness with all aspects of our consciousness. So, what does all of this mean in practical terms? It means that as long as we're sincere and committed to our growth journey, grace will come to our aid. Whether it's becoming aware of our blind spots, healing old wounds, or facing life's challenges head-on, grace is there to guide us. In essence, our journey is a partnership between ourselves, our higher self, and the universe. We each have a role to play, but we're never alone. By embracing our interconnectedness and surrendering to the process, we unlock the full potential of our journey and experience the transformative power of grace. So, let's keep running our race with sincerity and trust. Our higher self is waiting to take the baton and lead us to greater heights. Are you ready to surrender and embrace the grace that awaits? It's time to step into the flow and let the universe guide us forward. Together, let's journey towards a brighter, more connected future, one step at a time. Are you in? Let's do this.